Well, good morning, everybody. It's Tim here. We're at Daddy Studios. Sunday morning, and got some coffee. Got a little light on here, and yeah, hit Dunkin'. Trying to wake up tired. Long day, busy day yesterday. Lot to do. Got a lot done anyway. So hoping to get out there and shoot some paint this morning. But I wanted to show you a couple of things. By the way, Sunday morning model cars and coffee brought to you by Paul at Left Coast Model Car Builds. Not, and most of you know Paul probably, but if you're not tuned into his channel, you should do so. Good guy, a lot of great builds, family of builders, really cool stuff. So, but anyway, let me show you what's going on. Get a sip of coffee here. My throat is very gravelly this morning. Swing in over here and show you where we're at. So the holiday hauler is coming along. Actually glued the box on it last night, so it's getting there. Got those decals on there, and one of you guys had just warned me the other day that these are prone to ripping, and you were not lying. Did okay with the Santas, even though I did end up with a little chunk missing out right here. Never saw it disappear, but sometime in the process of smoothing those out, that went south. But the decal, it broke here, the big one. This one seemed thicker. Don't ask me why. Maybe because there's more colors on it. This was very fragile and not easy to get on there. So anyway, after much ado, I used put them on. Use the micro saw on them to soften them, try to get them to lay into these grooves, which worked out pretty good. And then I went over the whole thing with clear urethane at the end of it all. So, and that I had talked to somebody about whether it was okay to, if they had any issues clearing that, and they said no, they had not. So I love this particular Santa that's on the, I mean, that logo. Love that one. So put that on there. Then on this side, I decided not to do that giant Coke logo because I knew it was going to split and fall apart. And so I liked this one. Some of you guys, Bobby Wilkinson, the big bearded dude, Jeff Lawless, sent me a shit ton of decals. And I mean tons, so I had lots to choose from, and I like these Coke bottles on the fuel tanks. I thought those were cool, but I like this one. It says, "Thirst knows no season. Drink Coca-Cola, delicious and refreshing in the distinctive bottle." So I put that on there on this side because I knew with the door being here, I was going to have to cut that other decal multiple times, and I didn't want to do it, so I went with the smaller Drink Coca-Cola. But I like how it's going so far, and I've told you guys what the ideas I have for the inside of the box, so that's forthcoming. Hopefully get it done by Christmas. Lift gate there where that's operable, which is cool. So I got to put the back door back in there, and just need some details. Got to put the headlights in and a few other things. Oh, what else? Painted this silly thing. My daughter gave me this. I guess it's either a candle holder or an incense burner, but it is just a little Asian dude, kind of in a kneeling position. And it was a really ugly yellow, so I painted it black with a bunch of flake in it. And it reminds me of Animal Chin. And a lot of you guys are going to have no idea who the hell is Animal Chin. But if you have anything to do with skateboarding history like I do, then you know who Animal Chin is. If not, look it up. It's a movie from probably the late 70s, maybe early 80s. Tony Hawk was in it. He was really young. Stacy Peralta, a couple of those guys. I think Steve Caballero was in there. And it was called The Search for Animal Chin. And these guys were searching for this Asian skateboarding legend who held the all-knowing secret to skateboarding and had the ramp that everybody was looking for. So kind of silly, but it was a thing back then. And I have a shirt that says, "Have you seen him?" My son got it for me, and it's a search for animal chin. Working on the little saucer. Glued the feet on there last night. Just got my little alien dude sitting in there. Broke a few parts off in the process. Stuck my finger in red paint, which I got to touch up because I stuck it on the interior. That pissed me off. But it broke off the little gun sight thing on here. So I got to glue that. I've actually broken it off twice. And that was in the process of painting these taillights on here. But I got the landing gear on there last night and glued that on there. I used the black silicone, put that on there. So yeah, it's coming along. So now it's time to start doing the interior. Paint all these little details up. Got some little doodads I'm going to put in there, and I got to paint up all the little stuff in there and make a shift knob. Well, I got the shift knob. I've got to make a shifter rod. I got to drill that out. I'm going to use a straight pin, I think. I'm still painting the shift knob head. I got that out in the garage, so I'll get a little more paint on that this morning. So this one's close to done. And it's just, this thing's a hoot. It really is fun. So good tribute to my old friend Sonny De Palma. So really love that one. Let's see what else. I've got stuff I should be saving for What Did You Buy Wednesday, but I won't. I'll show you some of it. We went to Marshall's last night. I saw a commercial or a blurb on Instagram that said they had some really great Halloween stuff, and they really do. We went to Michael's first, and it was just garbage. I mean, this stuff was just so badly made and so overpriced. There was a let me get this up here. There was a wooden skull that was kind of cool looking, and I was showing it to Deb, and it kind of almost looked like Groot's head, from the Guardians of the Galaxy. It had kind of like wood coming up, like it was a stump almost. And flipped that thing over, $39.95 US, $49.95 Canadian. It was just literally just lightweight crap, resin crap. I mean, just everything was so high. I was amazed at how much more. Of course, that brought over from China. So I'm guessing the tariffs have hit Michael's. But it was ridiculous. So walk next door to Marshall's. They had tons of stuff. I mean, some really cool stuff. Really, really cool stuff. So I've got some more pieces downstairs. So we haven't bought anything for our Halloween decorations. We have a lot, and we do the house a lot, but we hadn't bought anything new in a very, very long time. So I did buy that full-size skeleton that's out in the garage still. I picked that up, that glow-in-the-dark skeleton. I couldn't pass that up. So he's out there. So I'll bring him in. We'll put him on the bench probably out front there. So, but I did, anyway, I bought, of course you guys know how much I love Peanuts and Snoopy. So I bought this little Snoopy mug. He's in kind of a skeleton costume. But I'm gonna end up using him for a paintbrush holder, I think, or for my markers or something, because I really, really like him. So bring him in here. I picked up another piece this week. I actually bought 2 of these. Get him over here. Oops. I'm determined to tear up this truck. So I bought the Pink Panther. There's a guy here in Clearwater, Florida, printing these. Unfortunately, mine got some of his whiskers broken off, so I bought 2 of them. I sent one to Chuck. And but he's really cute. Here's his tail. The tail's got to go on there. But really nicely done. The printing is real nicely done. And he's smooth. He really just doesn't need anything done to him. Other than I'm going to have to remove the rest of his whiskers. And I think I'm going to just drill it slightly and use some monofilament in there, and then I'll paint it. And they're just so fragile, and they got broken shipping. And then when I shipped Chuck's up to him, some of his got broken off, of course. So, and I was super careful with wrapping it, but it's just one of those things that's just too easy to break. I also picked up, I found this yesterday, really like this. 66 Dodge Charger, 67 Dodge A100 panel van, and another one of these racing sets with the trailer. Really nicely detailed car. Really like it. I mean, the headers are in there, everything's in there. It's got the big ladder bars and stuff. So really cool piece. Love the colors. Love the box. So 426 Hemi Charger in giant letters back there. So that one's going to go up there. I'm taking the Hot Wheel case out of the window area up there, putting this in its place. Let's see what else. Oh, yeah, let me get it. Let's see, the boat, the drag boat. Finally, I got this in primer, and I think at this point it's about as good as it's going to get. So it's ready for some paint. So I'm gonna get a string of glue on there. I've got it pretty smooth. It's not perfect. Still just battling some issues. This is just a really tough spot to sand, but it's not super noticeable. And once it's down, I'm going to put this on a plexi base, probably up in the air just a little bit. You're not going to really be able to see it. So that's coming together. I'm going to go out. I'm going to be painting the cockpit component this morning. That has the cage, or all the supports of the cage and the seat supports and everything. I'm going to paint that this morning. I'm going to paint a bunch of parts this morning. I'm getting ready. That's my next thing. I'm heading out there now. And I'm going to do the chassis and the frame for the drag bike and for the Fiat Topolino. And I'm going to do the interior component for this. And then I've got to figure out what I'm going to do, because this thing's got this giant hole in the bottom. And even when you put in that interior component, there's a huge gap all the way around it. So what I'm thinking of doing is taping all of that up once I've got it detailed, that part. Go ahead and adhering it in here, and then I may take a sheet panel of really thin Plastruct and just lay it down over this and glue that in place across that whole ugly area. Of course, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I probably don't need to do that, because I'm going to permanently mount this on a piece of plexi, probably like a blue plexi, and maybe airbrush a little white around it or something. But so I probably don't need to waste of time doing that. But it's just ugly, and stuff like that bothers me. I'm like that. You guys, that. I like things done right. And this thing just been a headache. But anyway, so I wanted to get the highway hauler done, get that out of the way. Because I just had so much of it done. I mean, it's probably now, as far as the actual kit, it's 90% complete. So I just need to finish it. And my idea, for the coat crates and everything, I'm going to go ahead and start following through with that, and get the rest of the inside of the box painted the way, or get this glitter stuff the sheets of paper that I want to put in there. And then I'd probably just kind of slowly add to the details of that. And it may be next Christmas by the time I get it done. I don't know. So it depends on how motivated I get. Right now, I'm just excited about the Sunny Saucers. And I want to get those other two painted. I'm a little concerned about painting those, but I want to get that going, get that done. So anyway, I think that's about it. We did buy a few more Halloween pieces, which I'll show you later this week. Maybe I'll do that for What Did You Buy Wednesday. I know it's not models, but what the heck. I got a couple of cool kind of cartoon figures. One of Frankenstein and a Dracula. It's a 2-figure set. They're only $20. They're big. They're about this big. And we got a few other things. I got a couple of things. I got a piece for my granddaughter, a Hello Kitty, and they've got Disney related stuff. They've got Peanuts related stuff, Hello Kitty, um, Nightmare Before Christmas. And you got to kind of walk through the store because they've got it spread out like all over. We thought it was all in one area, and I started looking. I was like, there's more stuff down there. And then we found a really good aisle. And then they've got some kind of Mexican kind of stuff, with the sugar skulls and stuff. There's a whole area of that kind of stuff. And it was really, they've got a lot of stuff. And the prices weren't bad for any of it. I mean, we got a couple of really nice big ceramic pieces. We got this really cool Medusa head that's actually picks up the color of that picture frame I painted for my wife a couple of weeks ago. We're going to put that in the foyer. The head is just black, but then it's got the snakes are an iridescent green that are wrapped around her head. It's really cool looking. And they had just a bunch of stuff like that, so worth checking out. And if you like Halloween like we do, we love Halloween. We love the holidays, period. This is our time of year coming up. So, and you're going to see me slow down model building, and because this is when we start spending a lot more time with family, which I really enjoy this time of year. So, okay, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to head out there, start shooting some paint. Nice this morning. It was 74 degrees. Just after I got coffee and ate breakfast, took Lucy for a nice walk. It's very breezy this morning because we've got some clouds kind of hanging over. So I like it when it's just starting to change. Mowed the yard yesterday, and you can tell the growth of the grass is slowed down dramatically just in the last week or two. So yay, thank God. It has rained so much here. We've had so many storms here. It's just been unbelievable how much standing water we've had. But the wind is helping dry everything out now. It's been windy the last couple of days. But I like this time of year. I like when it starts coming. I'm looking forward to that first morning, get out there, and it's in the 60s. And it's like, oh, yeah, I love that. So looking forward to that. And I know some of you guys have already gotten that, but I know the temperatures jump back up in the last couple of days again. But it's coming. Don't worry. Pretty soon everybody will be bitching about how cold it is. So, but this time of year is nice for us. It's just not freezing. It's when it's in the mid 60s, low 70s. I love it. So, okay, well, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a good day. Enjoy your family. Thanks again for stopping by. I really appreciate all you guys. And my numbers are kind of climbing. I'm heading for 1,400 on subscribers. I really, really appreciate that. I've still got some shop cards. If any of you guys want a shop card, and you don't have to have a channel. If you want a shop card, hit me up. Be glad to send you one. I probably was thinking about, yesterday I was thinking about, we'll do another kit giveaway. Come on up here. We've still got our Burgers and Beer group build going on. If you want to participate in that, please dive on board. Mike over at the Intake is kind of handling everything. I'm kind of co-sponsoring that with him, but he's kind of overseeing all of that. So you can see all the hashtags for that. I think it's Burgers and Beer GB 2025 is the hashtag for that. So look for that. And yeah, I'd like to have you guys on board, and you've got until February to finish that build. We just ask that it's something red, white, or blue, or red, white, and blue, whichever you prefer. But those are the colors we'd like you to stick to, so, or the theme. So yeah, that's it. Okay, all right, guys. I will. I'll see you later this week sometime. I'll post up something else and show you my progress on this paint work that's coming up, and whatever else is going on. All right, enjoy your day. Thank you. Appreciate you coming by.